Hi friends, it's Brittany at Ink and Papyrus and welcome back to my channel. I just got done making these gorgeous journaling cards from Bland Old Index Cards. If you're interested, I will link that tutorial above and in the description box. As you can see, my desk is just an absolute disaster. I have so much cleaning up to do. In my mind, there's only one right way to clean up, and that is more crafting. So let's get to it. Real quick though, I have to show you these one more time. Look how adorable these are. Guys, this is such a great way to bust through scraps, which honestly, we could just make more of these if we wanted. This is such a great scrap buster. But today I want to do a mixed media layout with you guys. Get the point. These are gorgeous. I want to do a mixed media layout with you guys that will utilize a lot of these elements on my desk. I have die cuts, I have stickers, I have inks, some gelato stamps, and I think I want this to be vintage inspired. So I think I want to work in this journal. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this. This is, I don't know, I call it the Floral Forget-Me-Not. This was a digital printable I used for the cover here. I guess it was just a digital image of an old book. I glued some dried flowers down here. The spine here is modeling paste. I went over a piece of fabric here with a flower stencil and added some gold gilding wax, as you can see. And I just took another plain digital image and weathered it a little bit and Mod Podged it. And here we go. I haven't looked through this in a while. I know there's probably still some blank pages in here. So, and maybe one day when this is finished, we can do a full flip through if you're interested. Probably just, yeah, I was going for like blue and neutral themes. Let's flip to a blank. Well, this must have been early on. These are very, very simple layouts. And when I say simple, I mean simple. Some of this though I like. Well, so let's find a more blank page and do a little journaling. I like the cream. Okay, all this has is a little washi on top. Here we are, more blank pages. Okay, oh, this journal needs some love and care, doesn't it? It's pretty empty. Okay, all right. Well, we have plenty of blank space to work with. Let's go ahead and, what is this, from an old catalog? Let's go back to that page and let's get to work on a gorgeous mixed media layout. All right, so let's just look. I want to use various elements here, so I'm just gonna grab, I have this whole stash under my desk. Now I'm just gonna plop it right on down. Not even gonna look to see what's in it. That would be cheating. Okay, so, okay, sometimes blank pages intimidate me. I'm sure they intimidate you too. Sometimes I like to just break up the page first. So I just find it's easier to work with if it's already been touched, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm going to do with this is just a thing of coffee. I just took instant coffee, dissolved it in water, added some rubbing alcohol. Sorry about that. My dog hears absolutely everything and he takes his job as head of security way too seriously. And I don't know, the mail is probably being delivered or something. All right, I don't know if that's enough contrast for me. All right, so first when I'm doing a collage, I just ask myself because I have a lot of things on my desk, right? That's the downside of having a lot of things on your desk. Sometimes it's distracting. But I'm gonna ask myself, what do I want the theme of this to be? And what do I want the focal point to be? And then I think things usually come together really quickly after that. So in terms of a focal point, I had a little girl. And I also have a butterfly. I don't know if you guys can see, this is just a little collage piece. There's a butterfly there, so it kind of tie the two together. So maybe I'll do that. And I do like the contrast this provides, the white up against the cream. Okay. So I kind of want a little bit more going on in the picture here. What if I usually like to include plants and stuff if I can. Make this naturey. I guess it makes sense since he's a butterfly to have him above it all. I feel like the plant is a little bit too big and it's kind of detracting from him. I love the roses here. I think I'm going to cut out, my scissors are the last place I left them. I'm going to cut out a rose. I'm not going to fussy cut it too much, but I do like to have a little bit of a shape to the flower and it not just be a big old blob. If it wasn't so intricate, I would probably rip this. I think the torn edges lend themselves to picking up ink so nice. And I actually like the way the tearing looks. I think it makes it look a little bit more worn and vintage. So I do like that look. Just try and get the stem of this and round out the edges. I'm told that when you're fussy cutting, you should be moving the scissors as well as your paper. This is by no means a tutorial on fussy cutting. I don't like fussy cutting, but in some instances I think it's warranted. In reality, this is why I buy way too many die cuts, because I do like the idea of getting illustrations from older supplies, going to your thrift store, buying books and things like that. But I hate fussy cutting. So a lot of those things that books I buy with illustrations, you can easily rip them out. When they're kind of intricate like this and you have to fussy cut, I'm lazy. I'd rather just be crafting. So I will kind of buy die cuts for that reason. Okay. Oh, I like that. I love that together. You know what? I have some music paper here. I'm thinking that rose would look amazing behind some music pages. Those are just some deckled scissors. I like also, again, when I'm doing collages, I love contrast. So I love the contrast of this cream versus this tan versus this brownish grayish. I love the contrast between the straight edge and the deckled edge and then the torn edge. I'm probably like overthinking a little bit, but these are the things I think about when I'm doing a collage. And you know, there's really no, or a mixed media layout, there's really no right way to do these, right? It's just all in kind of what look you like, what you find aesthetically pleasing. And so I just wanted this to be a really easy, fun layout. Maybe you're crafting along with me. I just want to show you, you know, you can take an assortment of just kind of hordes of piles of things on your desk, and which truly makes it mixed media, and ways you can kind of look at them and combine them and make them more interesting. And this is so much more fun than having to put them away. I'm lying with, like, I definitely don't ever put things away, but they're supposed to be. That's how you know I'm lying. But actually having to, like, God bless you guys with OCD that actually keep your craft room in some semblance of you keep it clean enough to be functional. I try and keep mine functional, but I really, if I'm being honest, I do not sort through things and put them away like I should. So whenever I have a lot of pages left over from a project, this is what I love to do. I love to work on mixed media things. Sometimes if it's cut edges from, you know, trimming down signature pages, I will actually put them in a cardboard box and just start splattering paint and gesso and inks and stuff on them to like liven them up, and then just keep them under my desk and pull from them. So there are a lot of ways you can liven up scraps and keep a stash for yourself to pull from, to craft from, without actually having to put things away. It's really hard. Like all these random little scraps and bits. This is why everyone just, I don't know, myself personally, I keep these scrap piles like boxes, and unfortunately now I'm on like my third or fourth like scrap box, because this is what I do at the end of every project instead of like actually putting things away like I'm supposed to. So I'm giving away all my secrets. How do you guys like to use up your scraps from, I'm not talking about little like scrapped pieces of paper, but like digital, when you have all these digital images left over and illustrations from books and stickers and, you know, God knows what else. How do you put everything back individually? Or obviously it's easy to put packages of these away and, you know, little stickers and stuff, right? But what about when you have just piles of fussy cut images, and do you sort them and do you put them away? You have a special place to put them in your craft room? Do you keep it in a box under your desk? What do you do? What do you do? Drop me a comment below and let me know. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you for your comments. I read all of them. I try to respond to all of them as well. I have a gelato, which I use these in a few of my recent projects. I bought them and I wasn't using them really, and I don't know, I kind of forgot they were there, and then I found them and drug them out, and again, this is one of the things I keep a few gelatos on my desk because I find that if it's there on my desk, I actually think to use it. Now, of course, you could make that argument for everything, and then you'd have a desk that looks like mine, but I do really enjoy these. I forgot how reactive they were with water, and how they just kind of blend things together so nice. I just keep a little handy bottle of water and just go smush with my finger, and I'm telling you, it looks amazing. Add a little extra water and let it kind of bleed off the side a little bit. And I think that when you go around things and spread some gelato around, it just blends everything together so nice. I don't like the harsh line, so I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more. Ah, incredible. I love it. Love, love, love. All right, now we said that the butterfly was going to be our focal point, so we do need to give him a little love. I think I'm going to go around him with a charcoal pencil. Let's do that now. Charcoal pencil needs a little life brought back into him. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's that time of the year where people are doing a lot of seasonal crafting. I put up a poll a couple of weeks ago, and I really appreciate those of you that took the time to answer. I was basically inquiring to see how much seasonal content you wanted to see, how much seasonal crafting you like to do versus, you know, evergreen year-round stuff. A lot of you said you like to see a mix of both, but it seems like the resounding answer was you don't want to see all seasonal stuff, which I respect. I do love my Christmas crafting. But, you know, there comes a time where you kind of just want to work on a journal you can use all year, right? Or make stuff that you can use all year round. So that's what we'll be doing this year. I'll put up some Christmas stuff, some fall themed stuff, and we'll work on some stuff too that is all year round kind of stuff. And if you have other suggestions for things you would like to see, please drop me a comment below and let me know. Again, I love to hear from you guys, and I try and take your feedback and everything into consideration, because ultimately the goal is to produce content that you want to watch. I love that. I don't know. When in doubt, if you're not sure what to do, you have a layout going on, and things aren't working out, just go around something with a charcoal pencil. I'm telling you, it livens things up. It ties things together. It makes things look like they're where they belong to be. I'm telling you, it is a magic trick. Okay, so I have some stencils, and I think, not that we can't have any white space, but I feel like I need a little something there, and these hexagonal things. Or we could I have this stencil down here too that says key. Maybe we'll do a key. Indeed I do. This is Liquitex Basic Light Modeling Paste. Modeling paste, texture paste, that kind of thing. So let's see. I like to overlap things a little bit. I think kind of ties everything together. We're just gonna try and be careful to not lift that up off the paper. Remember to clean your stencils when you're done, like the good crafters you are. Oh, perfect. Okay. And that was easy. I got the key and a little bit of the lock, which is nice. Nice. A little bit of texture modeling paste left. Do I want to do anything else with it? Maybe I'll just, while I'm here, I'll do a little something off the side of this page. Nice. So usually when I'm putting white down on like a creamy, we could leave this white. I think this actually does show up decently well. Or after this dries, we could put a little gold gilding wax on top, which is what I think I'm gonna do when this dries. And I feel like this needs a word, something to tie everything together. I have a pre-stamped bag of ephemera down here. I don't know that any of those words fit. Ooh. I did stamping on some random papers that I really liked. Uberland and Mir Photography. What if we do that? Now the contrast isn't great because this is kind of the same color as that, but we can fix that. Certainly like the concept of it. I want to leave a little bit of tan space. So I want to go around this with a little bit of ink. Okay. I have this green. Also, the last place I put it was forest moss. I think it kind of ties in together really well with the rose. So as you guys are watching me do this, I hope this inspires you to go through any old journals you haven't finished. I think I started this really on, I think this is one of the first journals I made, and looking at it, everything is so simple. I think I maybe felt overwhelmed, and it's not that none of it has my personal touch, but I think like you'll see, and not that there's anything wrong with this, I think I did a lot of like just stamping and stenciling and gluing down paper and stuff. And I kind of didn't, I felt like I wanted to do other things to it, but I wasn't sure what. Maybe I was kind of like uncomfortable doing a whole lot of, I don't want to say more advanced or more detailed kind of layouts maybe. And so I was like, I'll come back to this when I feel like I can, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like they're all very simple, which, and pretty. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't feel like it has my personal touch. So I'm challenging you to go through journals that you may have that are old, that you feel like maybe some of your layouts are incomplete. Maybe they don't really reflect who you are and your style today, and just go back through and play with things and see what you can do to really make it your own. Sometimes it's nice to go back and look and see how far you've come, right? So I'm going to do a little bit of stamping over top here. Just some very, very basic light stamping. We don't want to detract too much away from things, but I do like just taking away some of the blank space. And again, I think it really ties things together nicely. I have a little, it's my Tim Holtz Stampers collection. So it's just a ton of different Ritz Theater. That's cool. Just give it a light touch in the ink pad where you want it, and then lay it down. There we go, a little bit of that. You got the word theater, which is nice. I like doing this and just using different little pieces of stamps. And maybe even going just a little bit on our image. I think it looks really nice. It makes everything look cohesive and a little bit more vintagey, which I love. I love, love, love. So the modeling paste is dry. I have this Art Alchemy gold gilding wax. I absolutely love this stuff. I think I put it on everything. So I'm just going to lightly tap and hopefully doll this key up just a little bit. And I think that's really all I'm going to do with this layout. I mean, not all, we've done quite a bit, but I think I might call it a day. I'm actually really happy with it, and sometimes like one of my one of my terrible traits is sometimes I don't know when to stop, and I just keep going and going and going and going, and then I'm just like, oh, that was better like 10 steps ago, you know? I don't know, sometimes things are just better left a little bit simple, and I want the focal point to remain the focal point. Yeah, you know? You know, you know? I know you know. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I think that is quite brilliant, and it's still recognizable as a key. Tried not to smush it too hard. I am loving this layout. It's very vintagey. That's really the vibe I was going for. Just want to see. We want to put a little bit of gold. Just a little bit of gold brilliance that I have left on my finger here. But yeah, I'm really happy with this layout. So guys, I hope this inspired you to create layouts and gorgeous ephemera from things you have just laying around on your desk. This truly is my favorite way to clean up. And let's just say, judging by the look of my desk, I have many more layouts and many more projects to go. But I hope you enjoyed this and you found value in this. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I can't wait to see you the next time.